Have you ever pondered over what might be slowly diminishing your vitality as a man? In this intricate dance of life, there are certain elements often overlooked that chip away at the bedrock of our health. These silent killers, as we shall call them, are not your usual suspects. They are not diseases or ailments, but rather lifestyle habits and choices that we often make without a second thought. Consider the relentless pace of modern life. It's a world that thrives on the always-on culture, a world that doesn't pause, and neither do we. This constant hustle and bustle, this perpetual motion, births an insidious adversary: stress. It isn't as conspicuous as a broken bone or a fever, yet it wreaks havoc on our physical and mental health. Stress, the invisible enemy, can lead to a plethora of health issues, including heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and mental disorders. It's a silent killer, slowly gnawing away at our well-being without us even realizing it. Now, let's turn our gaze towards another silent killer, one that's perhaps even more surprising: a sedentary lifestyle. In a world increasingly dominated by screens, where work, entertainment, and even social interaction often involve little more than the tap of a keyboard or the swipe of a screen, we are quite literally sitting ourselves into an early grave. The lack of physical activity can lead to obesity, heart disease, and a slew of other health problems. What's more, it doesn't announce itself with fanfare or warning signs. It simply settles in quietly and insidiously until the damage is done. Unseen, unheard, these silent killers are slowly chipping away at your health. But knowledge is power, and by shining a light on these harmful habits, we can take the first step towards reclaiming our health and vitality. After all, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and that step starts here. Ever wondered if your daily routines might be your own undoing? We often indulge in habits that seem harmless, a way to unwind after a long day. But it's these seemingly innocent habits that can turn into silent killers over time. Take smoking, for instance. It's a habit that's been popularized and romanticized in films and literature. But the reality is far from glamorous. Every year, smoking claims the lives of 1 in 5 men in the United States. That's 20% of men, a staggering statistic. The smoke that fills your lungs doesn't just give you that momentary buzz, it also brings with it a host of health issues: lung cancer, heart disease, and stroke, to name a few. Then there's the lure of alcohol. A glass of whiskey at the end of the day, a cold beer during a football match, or a round of shots at a party. They all seem harmless enough. But excessive drinking can lead to liver damage, weaken your immune system, and increase your risk of cancer. It's not just about the amount you drink, but also the frequency. That daily nightcap could be slowly eroding your health. And let's not forget about our diets. Fast food, processed meat, sugary drinks. They're convenient, they're tasty, and they're slowly killing you. Unhealthy eating contributes to obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and even certain types of cancer. Yet we find it so hard to part with these foods, ignoring the threat they pose to our health. It's easy to dismiss these habits as trivial, to say, "I'll quit smoking next month," or "I'll start eating healthy from tomorrow." But the truth is, every cigarette you smoke, every extra drink you have, every unhealthy meal you consume is a ticking time bomb. So, you see, these habits, seemingly harmless in the moment, can lead to dire consequences. It's time to take a closer look at our daily routines and make the necessary changes. Because as the old saying goes, prevention is better than cure. When was the last time you visited a doctor for a routine checkup? Now, let's not jump to conclusions. We're not talking about that time you had the flu or that annoying backache. We're talking about a routine checkup, a preventive measure, a conscious effort to stay on top of your health game. You see, regular health checkups and screenings are not about diagnosing a disease when you're already sick. They're about catching potential issues before they become serious problems. They're about staying one step ahead of the game. By neglecting these routine checkups, we're essentially playing Russian roulette with our health. Consider for a moment the common health issues that can be detected early through regular screenings. High blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, and various forms of cancer are just a few examples. These conditions often show no symptoms until they progress to a serious stage. By then, treatment becomes much more complex and the chance of a full recovery significantly decreases. But let's not dwell on the negatives. Instead, let's focus on the positives. Regular screenings can help you manage your health better. They provide you with valuable information about your body, and they give you the opportunity to take action before a small problem becomes a big one. You see, health screenings are not just about finding disease, they're about promoting health. They're about empowering you to take control of your own well-being. And most importantly, they're about giving you the peace of mind that comes with knowing you're doing everything you can to live a long and healthy life. So yes, it might seem like an inconvenience to take time out of your busy schedule for a health checkup. It might seem unnecessary when you're feeling perfectly fine. But remember, it's not just about how you feel today. It's about how you want to feel tomorrow, and the day after that, and the day after that. A stitch in time, as they say, saves 9. So let's not wait for the 9th stitch. Let's take the first step today, because your health is worth it. How often do you let your emotions go unchecked and unexpressed? This question is not posed to belittle, but rather to enlighten. Men, often seen as pillars of strength, are burdened by a societal expectation that encourages emotional silence. This unspoken burden can weigh heavily, creating an unseen emotional toll that can be as lethal as any physical ailment. Picture a dam holding back a tumultuous river. The water represents your emotions, the dam your restraint. Over time, the pressure builds, threatening to crack the infrastructure. This is the reality for many men, where emotions are dammed up, leading to a potential breach in mental health. The societal expectation to be stoic, to soldier on, can be a silent killer, just as potent as any physical disease. It's crucial to remember that expressing emotions doesn't signify weakness, but rather it manifests strength. A silent mind does not equate to a peaceful one. So let's break the silence and create a space for emotional honesty. Now that you are aware, what will you do with this knowledge? Your life, gentlemen, is a precious gift. It's a symphony of experiences woven together by the choices you make. Today, let's make a vow to choose health, to choose life. Let's abandon the harmful habits that slowly yet steadily erode our well-being. Let's replace them with healthier alternatives that nourish not just our bodies but also our souls. Let's make a commitment to exercise regularly, to eat wholesome food, to sleep adequately, and to hydrate generously. Let's not shy away from preventive health checkups. They are our silent warriors, helping us detect potential health issues early, giving us a fighting chance to tackle them head-on. And let's not forget our emotional health. It's time we break the chains of stoicism and allow ourselves to feel, to express, to heal. The choice is yours, gentlemen. Choose health, choose life.